Hey, hello. Today is the 29th of April, and I want to do a reading from my list on the United States, the future of the United States. This will just be one of an initiatory reading, okay? And then I have my list of requests, and I will work on those. So what is the future after Donald, after Corona? What is the future of the United States? These have been catalysts for change. Future of America, future of the United States. How goes it for this country? I really do believe our nation needed this in order to address systematic wrongs that have long been in place. And we simply weren't going to do it otherwise. We now, I think, are given another opportunity, in my opinion, by the universe to go back, and we're meant to look at equality issues and for women and other minorities, people of color, especially like I've often said, indigenous folks, disabled people, and those conversations will not always be easy, but they need to be more than just conversations. We need to get to work, in my opinion. But let's see what the cards are going to say. And this is a broad, just kind of look first, because other questions might crop up then as a result of this reading. Please feel free to put them in the comments. Okay? And once I get the certain tab that I can get, after I get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of viewing time on my videos, then I will get this tab that I can open up and just say, okay, everybody, put them there. Put all your requests there. And it won't be so all over the place. Future of the United States. What does Spirit want to tell us? We ask our ancestors. We ask the Spirit of the Tarot. We ask the Spirit of Justice and Truth. And we give thanks to the Creator. So I'm just going to read. No, I'm going to do a Celtic cross with this one, okay? All right. The covering card in our atmosphere is the Ten of Wands. I just took my medication not long ago, so hopefully my voice will not be as scratchy soon. Excuse me. Okay, so we have the Ten of Wands in our environment. Not just in our environment, but atmosphere. So at this moment, if we look at America, what we've been going through and what we're going to move into, will be more over here, but we have reached a point with this 10 of where the stressors and the cycle of that has come to an end. We cannot and could not continue with this system the way it is and became under Trump. Okay. Crossing us, we get the sun. We need transparency as a nation. A lot more transparency. And I think also to become a lot less about greed. Instead of making what makes America great is money, it needs to be also how you take care of your populace. That it's a thriving nation, and that money isn't always the equation of being what makes somebody thrive. Yes, of course you need that. Yes, of course you need economy. But there are other things that have been lost along the way that we need to regain. Kindness, positivity, and not just all this darkness with corruption and things like that. So that's a challenge. That's falling in a challenge position at this time. And most certainly with this administration, and actually many administrations, haven't been the best. And this needs to change, because collectively we're at a point that's got to be cleared away. Cleared away. Okay. The basis of the reading is the Seven of Pentacles, and that is a plan of growth. And like a garden that you attend, that you pay attention to, that you nurture, you're not just you don't just have careless leadership. You have to have leaders that care, and don't just care about money, but care about actually making America an educated, well cared for, healthy nation where there's a lot of positivity and growth, and working towards those goals, because they don't happen overnight. So that's the Seven of Pentacles as a base. Crowned by the Knight of Wands. Good. This indicates that we have a youthful, and that doesn't always mean it's all down to the youth, but there is motivation, there is energy that wants to go in this direction of change, and has excitement about the idea of creating change. And it doesn't want to just go in there too fast, nor too slow. It wants to go in with care, but with enthusiasm. Because one of the differences, like if you notice with the Knight of Swords, they're flying and there's no brakes being applied. With the Knight of Wands, the rider is controlling the vehicle. They are controlling the horse a bit more, despite the excitement of yes, we're going to go that way now. So it's good that we have the energy to attend to these changes that we'll be making in the Seven of Pentacles, intending to. I think also I get the hit of identifying areas in which, so many areas that we need to nurture this nation regarding, and it's a lot more to do with humanity over money. Money will come if you place humanity and the prioritize things the right way, truly. But when you clutch because you're constantly insecure, and there's a Buddhist philosophy that when you clutch, when you grasp at this, because you're focused on want, you don't. It's always going to be kind of evasive. You're never going to be satisfied. So you have to learn what really matters. And to me, this is also rebuilding the Seven of Pentacles, careful, thoughtful rebuilding of economy and how we grow in the earthly realm, our health care, culture, our education, and business, all of that. You know, it needs a rehaul. And we have a Queen of Pentacles that falls in the placement, or will fall in the placement of a recent past when we look to the future here. Okay. And the near future actually is in children. Brings up the subject of children. It also brings up the good intention card. This is the Heart of Gold card. It, you know, where you come from a good place card. And there is kindness. As cheesy and as corny to some people that as it may sound, it's about nurturing. This nation has to return to nurturing. That's how we're going to succeed in business and all of that stuff, but also succeed truly as a nation, and by caring for the young and the elderly and all of us in between who have healthcare issues, have needs in business, who have needs in education, who all of that. You have to take care of that if you want to have a really successful nation. It can't just all be about cutthroat money. You can become a wealthy nation by doing the right things. You don't have to base it in destruction. And this requires that we leave behind who we've been in the past. That does not mean ignoring, by the way, who we were in the past. We have to own that, but move on. Be willing to turn our backs on it and go forward finally and advance in the way that we need to. There is greater opportunity for us yet, and that's exciting. But we have to move and care about the right things and nurture what matters. And we haven't been doing that. And investing in this card also speaks to me of the of animals and other creatures, and those who don't quite have a voice, that they're vulnerable. So we have to also take care of the environment and show other species care. It's not just about humans, but it's about caring for the planet and caring for our environment, caring for the least, and the least should be given great priority. Because you know what? All that other crap will fall in place, and we'll know what to do. If we can take care of our young and old and put value into people, and not just people of a certain color or of a certain religion or whatever other divisive means that has been used in the past in a horrible way rather than in a positive way, to make healthy choices and inclusive choices, then we're going to be okay. You know, we need to go toward that. It's time to grow up, America, because look how much death has been in the environment. You know, when do you get tired of everyone dying? And this card also indicates that in our environment, the Ten of Swords indicates that a long, painful time is over. Now, I'm not talking about now we're going to get a parade of unicorns, lollipops, and sunbeams blowing out our butts. But I'm talking about, this is very good to see, this way that has caused a lot of pain to the environment, suffering to the environment, and that means other species, the land, other people, one that doesn't care and is based on annihilation is over. Hopes and fears, justice. We need balance. And we want and will be looking to creating balance, temperance as a species in our jobs here, our lives here, what they're supposed to be about. Because we kind of failed to live up to that. Killing each other, killing the environment, all for the illusion of money. Because we don't take it with us, so it's not actually of real worth. It's transitory. It's temporal. End result. King of Swords. Let's pull some clarifiers. This is nice. I see this King of Swords. Usually I would see him as Donald Trump, but I'm talking about a world that is post him. It. And what I'm noticing, what jumps out immediately for once about this card, because I don't believe at all that it has to do with him, is the butterfly over the king's head. And that's transformation. And I think we're looking at also the men in the male populace and those in, I think, places of government, so on and so forth, transforming, undergoing a transformation from where they have had I feel like not, I don't know quite how to put this, but it feels healthier. I think that there becomes a healthier narrative and not a herd mentality of what being, I think, perhaps in this nation a man is. That he isn't just all about himself, and that he is more nurturing and looks for the people that need help. And being that whatever resources he can find to help, he reaches out to these people instead of being like, I've got to amass my own fortune. This card can certainly be about that, but it can also be about you're doing well yourself, and so you kind of have an idea of a formula that's worked for you, so maybe then you want to help the rest of society, send the elevator back down, and it creates a radical change. It creates a radical change. It opens up people that have been cut off from having that opportunity, from developing a broader point of view and living more free. There's radical change. Creates a radical change. I also feel like now I'm feeling like technology and science to help people. Yes. Especially, I think we could become a leader in helping other nations that have been under harsh dictatorships, where you've had a class disparity between the have and the have-nots, and there's been cruelty toward the populace as far as their care and well-being go. So I think we're going to be looking at not just America, but helping each other. More nations helping each other instead of like, I'm fine if you're not succeeding because that means I'm ahead of you. I really do believe that will go toward that. And toward the nations where you get leadership that is still trying to follow this old cycle. Number one, it's going to be less and less. And I think this is part of the reason why, because the rest of the world, I think, also just is over with that. It will see that these kinds of dictatorships are not the answer. One person does not have all the answers. That is a false narrative, and it's a dangerous narrative. I really just see a time of people seizing power and abusing it and living so they can live in their own little bubble to the degree that they have is going to change. Is over with that world card and the tower. And it's going to be very shocking for those people. But I see it's a new time. It's a new time of using intuition. It's a new time of feminine energy coming in and helping to change this mess that we've had. And it's a dynamic feminine energy. This isn't you're meek or you're timid. But it's also very nurturing, lively, dynamic, feminine, powerful energy that isn't afraid of her own power and isn't afraid to say, I have a plan, let's go with this is different. And they have good intuition, especially in putting the brakes on the devil and putting the brakes on corruption. And how to root it out. So I'm really getting a hit about America having more real strong women involved in the legal justice system, and on a true strength basis where they can truly exercise their talent. Look at that. There's a balance that's going to be brought to society by men and women and people, no matter how they identify, that are tired of the mess, have ideas that excite them in order to create a positive change in America and elsewhere. So that is my reading, and I hope that you're having a great, what is today? Today is, I've lost track of days, oh my gosh. Wednesday. Okay, I thought it was Wednesday, but I wasn't sure. Really, I swear. All right, so America, we got things to do. Get your chin up. Get your chin up. Don't get down. We're gonna get rid of Clown Boy, and we have a really positive, exciting future. Okay? All right. So there's my reading for today, and I will be working on the readings that are on my list next. All right? In my next videos. So hope you have a great Wednesday. Keep your chin up. And keep your protocol for this virus yet in. I'm serious. All right. Thank you. Bye-bye. It's always see you later, never bye.